Hello to your faces. Welcome back. This episode is another thread of emails from the newest batch of the Epstein files DATASET 12 that was just released. Now the FBI is very crafty. Now, in order to fully expose these emails, we need to read them from the last to first. So instead of reading the top email first, we need to read the last email first. We need to read the emails in reverse order for them to be in the correct time order. In their correct order, the emails read as follows. From Subject, Epstein ducks modeling agency suit over improper service, Law 360. Date, Thursday, the 25th of April 2019, 10 hours, 38 minutes and 11 seconds. Epstein ducks modeling agency suit over improper service. By Carolina Bellotto. Sherasan. Law 360. April 24, 2019, 6:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time. Billionaire S6 offender Jeffrey Epstein ducked a modeling agency's lawsuit Wednesday when a Florida appeals court ruled the business had failed to properly serve him with the complaint at his primary residence on a private island in the Caribbean. Florida's 3rd District Court of Appeals said service of the complaint by Miami-based MC2 Model and Talent LLC and its owner, Jean-Luc Brunel, on an office supervisor at Epstein's U.S. Virgin Islands business address, did not comply with the requirements under Florida law and that the suit should be dismissed without prejudice, meaning it could be reified. The appeals court agreed with Epstein, who had argued that Brunel and MC2 never attempted to serve him at his primary residence, a private island called Little St. James in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Brunel and MC2 attempt to excuse strict compliance by arguing that the legislature could not have contemplated a lifestyle like Epstein's, the 3rd District said. But Brunel and MC2 never tried to serve Epstein at his place of abode. Epstein argued that service of process takes place routinely on private property, and that his private island is accessible by boat, has a large dock, and is easily located on any map. Nothing would have prevented a process server from tying up to the dock and asking for him, Epstein said. Brunel and MC2 sued Epstein in January 2015 in Miami, claiming the notoriety and bad publicity stemming from S6 Shul 8 salt and redacted charges against Epstein cost the agency business. Brunel has been linked to Epstein and has been accused by at least one victim of supplying Epstein with underage girls. Epstein pled guilty in 2007 to felony charges involving solicitation of prostitution and procurement of minors for prostitution. He served 13 months in prison and is a registered S6 offender. Brunel tried to serve Epstein at his residential address in New York, but Epstein successfully moved to quash service, according to the opinion. Brunel then tried the Virgin Islands business address, which the trial court deemed acceptable in September 2018. But the 3rd District said that in order for substitute service to be acceptable under Florida law, it must be made on an individual doing business as a sole proprietorship. The Virgin Islands business is not a sole proprietorship owned by Epstein, according to the appeals court. In February, a Florida federal judge ruled that prosecutors, including then U.S. Attorney and current Labor Secretary Alexandra Acosta, violated the Crime Victims' Rights Act when they signed a non-prosecution agreement with Epstein without notifying his victims. The Miami Herald, in an investigative report published late last year, printed emails showing that the alleged victims were deliberately excluded from the deal cut between Acosta, who was then the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida, and Epstein's defense team. Epstein's alleged victims, numbering in the dozens, claim he lured teenage girls to his Palm Beach, Florida, mansion to engage in S6 Shul acts. They have not had the opportunity to testify in court in any proceeding thus far, according to the Herald report. An attorney for Brunel declined to comment Wednesday. Attorneys for Epstein did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Judges Kevin Emis, Edwin A. Scales R.I., and Norma S. Lindsay sat for the 3rd District. Epstein is represented by Scott J. Link and Kara Berard Rockenbach of Link and Rockenbach, PA. Brunel and MC2 are represented by Joe Titone. The case is Epstein versus Brunel et al., case number 3D181997, in the 3rd District Court of Appeal of Florida. End of document. EFTA 00010251. 2. Barak and Associates, LLC Barak, Ehud. From Redacted. Sent Friday, May 19, 2017, 3 hours 50 minutes and 32 seconds p.m. Subject 5 p.m. Jeffrey. Hi Neely. May we please scoot Ehud to 5 p.m.? End of document. EFTA 022133136. So this is an email regarding Senator Marsha Blackburn. The thread reads as follows. On Thursday, May 18, 2017 at 8:04 a.m. wrote, Would you like snacks served at your 1 p.m. APPT with Marsha? Senator Marsha Blackburn, sent from my iPhone. 2. Redacted. From Jeffrey Epstein, gvacation@gmail.com. Sent Thursday, May 18, 2017. 12 hours 6 minutes and 9 seconds p.m. Subject snacks with Marsha at 1 p.m. Minimal. Please note, the information contained in this communication is confidential, may be attorney-client privileged, may constitute inside information, and is intended only for the use of the addressee. It is the property of JEE. End of document. EFTA 02-213-137. This is an email thread regarding Paul Barrett, a partner at J.P. Morgan. The thread reads as follows. On May 18, 2017, at 7:57 a.m., wrote, Morning Paul. Might you be available tomorrow, Friday, to come see Jeffrey? Is after the close best? Like 5:30? Sent from my iPhone. On May 18, 2017, at 8:05 a.m., Paul Barrett wrote, Can we do 5 p.m.? Sent from my iPhone. 2. Paul Barrett. From Leslie Groff. Sent Friday, May 19, 2017, 3 hours 53 minutes and 17 seconds p.m. Subject. Jeffrey Epstein 6:45. Hi Paul, can we please move you to 6:45 p.m. tonight? This is the UK's former Prince of England, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's public statement in regards to his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. The document reads as follows. From Redacted. To Redacted. CC. Redacted. Subject. Prince Andrew. Date. Wednesday the 20th of November 2019, 18 hours 50 minutes and 40 seconds p.m. We've been asked and will decline about the statement released by Andrew a short time ago. Royal Communications. Statement by His Royal Highness the Duke of York, KG. It has become clear to me over the last few days that the circumstances relating to my former association with Jeffrey Epstein has become a major disruption to my family's work and the valuable work going on in the many organizations and charities that I am proud to support. Therefore, I have asked Her Majesty if I may step back from public duties for the foreseeable future, and she has given her permission. I continue to unequivocally regret my ill-judged association with Jeffrey Epstein. His suicide has left many unanswered questions, particularly for his victims, and I deeply sympathize with everyone who has been affected and wants some form of closure. I can only hope that, in time, they will be able to rebuild their lives. Of course, I am willing to help any appropriate law enforcement agency with their investigations, if required. Wednesday, the 20th of November, 2019. Public Affairs. United States Department of Justice. U.S. Attorney's Office 1 Southern District of New York. End of document. EFTA 00010384. 2. Redacted. From Leslie Groff. Sent Friday, May 19, 2017, 3 hours 54 minutes and 22 seconds p.m. Subject 7:15 p.m. JE. Hi redacted. Please come at 7:15 p.m. with your mom, having to adjust Jeffrey's itinerary slightly. Thanks. End of document. Come with your mom? I wonder who this could be. Such a random piece of information without the right context. End of document. EFTA 02213142. 2. Redacted. CC. Redacted. From Redacted. Sent Redacted. Subject. Redacted. Leslie Groff. Thursday, May 18, 2017, 12:09, 42 p.m. Paul Barrett. Paul Barrett is confirmed to come see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Sent from my iPhone. End of document. EFTA 02-213157.